Not. All right. Tea's almost ready. Then we begin. Yeah. Hopefully soon. Man, it's been a bit. I'll talk more about it for a moment. Let me say I blame Trails and also I blame Trails and Pokemon for coming out back to back. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Because basically it was Roundhouse and then Trails came out that week. And I got home and I binged it. And then I was like, all right, cool, Pokemon's out soon. And then I played Pokemon and then I hit post game. And I was like, all right, now we can begin. I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean it's been over a month since I've streamed this game? What's happening? Okay. I think I hear the thing about to go off. So, yeah, I'm gonna go grab my stuff. I'll make sure OBS is, hopefully everything on OBS side is good. We'll find out here shortly. All right, one sec. Hello. One sec. I have to take this old thing of honey that has a lot of crystallized honey and get some in my tea. Also, hello, Lexi. Hello. It is indeed I, the Drafter Dave. Not Sweet Jam anymore. I'm no longer Sweet Jam, so I am simply Drafter Dave. Oh, okay. That should be enough. All right. I am indeed. I think I'm salty jelly, if that makes sense. Unless it's salty peanut butter? I don't know. I'm not sure which one of those. But something like that. Hello. Yeah, it's been a bit. But we're back. And we have one last case in the first game. I figure people were saying it was kind of a lengthy case, so I figure this won't be a one stream for it, but maybe. And honestly, so we don't have TXT tomorrow, so, and I don't have any of my usual Thursday plans because my wife's out of town, so I think I might just try to do back-to-back Phoenix Wright nights. I think that might be pretty good. Okay. Let's see here. All right, this is my overlay. I still talk. I keep meaning to message somebody about some rigging for a model, but okay. Shoot. Game capture. Come on, capture. There we go. All right. Now we're here. Now everything is set up right, I think. I'm gonna try standing up while playing for a little bit. So if you hear me just go quiet for a minute and be like 1 sec, and then you just hear like a whirr in the background, it's me giving up. I'm a coward. All right, so we finished Turnabout Goodbyes, the actual the original final chapter of this game with the case. But there was this DLC one for the DS, I think it was. I think when I rewatched the thing the other day, somebody was saying that this was the DLC case for the DS, and everything else was on the Game Boy originally, so. Okay. Let's see if everything is saved correctly. Absolutely. What up, Apollo? Okay, so 2 murders on the same night? And whatever that is, and whoever this is, 2 deaths. What up, everybody? Hello, hello. Well, it's not been 2 months for me, but it's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. How are you staying in business? I've had offers, but none I took. That is until the day that girl showed up. Wright & Company law offices. We're back, everybody. Same old office. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Okay, this must be new person. There you are, finally! What kind of voice would you have? Where have you been? Because you're obviously, I'm guessing this might be like the quote-unquote Maya of the DLC case since Maya's gone. Where have you been? No, that seems like too high-pitched. Trendy Maya. That's a good. I like that. Where have you been? No. Where have you been? Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Wait. No, this isn't quite deja vu. Huh? Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. What? Okay. That's not a good start, girl. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. I'm gonna go with that voice, maybe. You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Mia Fey no longer works here. What up, Bridge? So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? It's true. Let me show that off real quick. Of course I still got it. There it is. Let me show it off. Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Yeah. Definitely flashback. Yeah. Maya? Could it be? Okay. I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Okay. Emma Sky. Scientific investigator? Also, it's Emma, not Ema, randomly, right? Like Emma with one less M. Unless it's E. I mean, I figure it's more like I'm the Sky, but... Alright, just because we're back. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a little bit. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale yet. What do you mean yet? What do you mean yet? Phoenix? Emma, was it? Emma? I'm gonna say Emma until somebody corrects me that it's not. EMA. Like, Ema? I don't know, I keep going back and forth. Ema, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of, jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Oh, wait. Only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. Ah, yes. Yes, very legally speaking, I am still in school. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Emergency management agency, that's pretty good. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. Alright, let's find out about this case. So, what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? Alright, one sec, I gotta close one thing. I had the little preview open for the stream and it just keeps distracting me. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it! She wouldn't stab someone with a knife! She wouldn't! So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it! She didn't do it! I know she didn't do it! It's a scientific fact! I do like the smug expression with the glasses on. And there's a witness. Just talk to her! You have to talk to her! Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Alright, let's start down the line. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. I'm only 16 and in the 11th grade. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Pushes up glasses. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Surely. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, well, how soon are you gonna be done then? I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Nope, we got one more thing to talk about. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Why'd the music stop? Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Nothing else to talk about, nothing else to present. We just gotta get a move on. Okay, detention center. Did Emma come with us? Okay, she did. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. Ema. I'm just gonna say Ema. EMA. I'm just gonna commit to it. Ema. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard. No, that seems too harsh. Oh, guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. So sorry, ma'am. It's just Emma, but this has been a matter. Okay, if it's just Emma, I'm going with Emma then. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who's confused. And again, I mean, you all know me. I can't say words, so it's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise? Oh, excuse me. Or did you not want a raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow, and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Yeah, she clocked us, frame one. Sorry, just moving a tea bag around. Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. Wait, what? You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Yeah, surely it's just a coincidence, right? Surely that's all it is. Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna present... No, I'm not gonna present her the badge. She doesn't need to see that. There's something you should know from the start. Which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... It's her. It's Lana. Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. How would she show you're an attorney without your badge? I mean, that's true. Maybe if the vibes are good by the end of this, I'll show her the badge. It took place on February 21st at 5:15 p.m. Okay, that's in red. That's important. That's quite specific. Just this random guard just chilling back here, not listening to the chief prosecutor. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. My, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. What? The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. Let's find out about this victim. So who is the victim? An investigator with the police department. No, Gumshoe's a detective. It can't be Gumshoe. I suppose the... It's not Gumshoe, right? I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By... you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. Oh, geez. That's not a good start, gang. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. My god, girl! You can't be saying this. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. It was my 3rd year. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Ayo? Girl love? We found the man from Yaoi? Did we find the girl from Yuri? Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Alana was top of her class in school. Yeah, we already now it's Yuri's turn. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Lana's wardrobe? Yeah, I'm a little... You're not alone in that. The big shoulder pads are... That's what I first thought she was before she's like, I'm just like the attorney like the main prosecutor. Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all over. Or I'll be all alone. I don't know why I thought over. I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. And I'm gonna find out what I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Oh, sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something that defies a simple scientific explanation. let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Oh, okay. All right. Underground parking lot. Sorry, I only defend prosecutors that I'm dating. Dating or in a situationship with. He and Edgeworth are definitely in some sort of situationship. Man, I swear if we're going against Edgeworth, we're going against Edgeworth again, aren't we? God damn it. Gotta fight my boyfriend in court. So this is the lot where it all happened? Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out here too much. Trying not to stand out too much here. See? Hey there. This is Gumshoe. I'm taking a... Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? What? Partner? What? Why is a cowboy here in California? What do we have here? Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall. What? He's just in an underground parking lot shaving? That's crazy. Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? He's definitely aura farming. This is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. He's got the finger guns. I can't fuck with this guy. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What the fuck? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. He's just like... He shows up, shaves, says, "Get out of here, or you're gonna find out what the cacti dream of. Leave." That's so good. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm reconstituting. All right. We're back. We're back. Was that, hombre a friend of yours? Oh, kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. I can't get over that. He just shows up, aura farms and leaves. Oh, what an amazing intro to a character. I'm crying. That's really good. I'm supposed to be doing something important here, like examining, right? Certainly. What's this? A wallet? Yeah, those clippings are definitely at the scene of the crime now. We can... My client didn't do it. I found these clippings at the scene of the crime that belong to that sheriff over there. Oh, okay, I found a wallet. Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is really basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet. A foldable wallet. Seems to be something inside. Okay, I'll investigate that later. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay now. Look at the court record. Okay, now I look at it. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Oh! Now, let's start examining from every angle. Whoa. Wait. These keys are so weird for this. HNBM. HNB. What the f... Okay. Oh, look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of enter. Okay. Enter. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Is this the guy that was murdered? Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Also, by the way, HNBM is weird for me because I have a split keyboard. So I have the B on one side and then HNM on the other. So it is just like, it is fucking with my head a lot right now. That's gonna, well, we're gonna have to see how that goes later. So if you see me struggling to examine evidence, no, you didn't. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we probably don't need to be touching. Right at, we can't say this after we just stuffed a wallet in our pocket. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? What is she blabbering about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Okay. No clues here. Okay, fine. I can't believe this computer screen is nothing. That's crazy. Look, a door. That must mean something. We must scientifically analyze the door. Where's the handle? Type it in the chat now. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about a lock. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Emma's great. First, she teaches us how to steal, and then she's like, you need to learn how to enjoy life more. What a character. All right. A ladder. Aha! A ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. This fucking game. Incredible. I'm gonna be definitely saying. Kelsey's gonna come home from her trip and being like, what's that? A ladder? Alright, what's over here? Oh, there's a lot of things over here. Alright, let me look at the barrels first. An oil drum looks like it's filled with water. So it's not an oil drum. In scientific terms, that's a water drum. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Actually, it's a stepladder. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. For what? I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. I'm only in the 11th grade. How is that great not anything? How is this not anything? All right, whatever. Fine, let's go look over here. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, evidence. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner. Looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. He's back! Why is he still shaving his beard? The sheriff! Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, lest you be fixing to bite the bullet. God, scary. Could you tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. What is this dude's deal? You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle? With the body in her saddle. Oh my god. Oh, please. No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? What does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Another character? Okay. So, oh no. So we've got a scientific investigating 11th grader. We've got certainly not a general of the army chief prosecutor. We've got a sheriff. Who do we have now? Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting a lady like this. I was expecting just some like nerd to come out, I'm gonna be real. What's this? She couldn't be... You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. We just stole from a crime scene. What are you doing selling lunches here? What's going on? I'm so confused. Oh god. That hat is wild. I keep staring at the hat. She's got the onigiri hat. She's got the little like squid necklace right there too. She's selling sandwiches at a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? She's got all the California signature dishes. Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks? Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passersby, or you officers. No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Pentoka Junka. You're so right, Irene. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough up queen are over. What? I'm so confused. Cough up? Huh? Guys, I need a minute. What? I heard this case was peak. This might be the wildest first four characters of any case so far. I'm glad I'm standing for this. I'm losing my shit. Cough up, huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burnt into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Oh, so she's the witness. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please. I can't. Please, cough up queen. Tell us what happened. My glasses are fogging up. I'm laughing. I always respect women, Lacey. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. That really is. Cough up queen, Angel Star. This is... We're like half an hour into this case? Maybe? What the fuck? I was fogging up my glasses. I need to... Oh... Yes, ma'am. Yipes! She means it. Do I have to show Angel Star my attorney's badge? That sounds weird. I'm not... Anyways. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Who haunt this den of inequity. The evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. I know what inequity means, Lazy. I just can't say words. You should know that. I know you don't respect men, but you should know that about me at least. So she's saying There was some sort of prosecutor's convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, quote, evil, quote? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Go! What do you mean? What does that mean? What is this case? I'm glad I finished that sip of tea, Irene. Oh my god, I about fucking spat tea everywhere. that would be a cough. We're moving on. I think we're moving on. Continue, cough up queen. Ew! The most heinous... heinous. Why am I saying highness? Heinz ketchup is betrayed. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really? What? I'm totally confused. You and me both, Phoenix. You and me both. What is going on? One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. Subway might be an evil lunch. Okay. That was only one thing I clicked on so far. Get me out of here. So, what exactly was it you witnessed? Was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ear. And the rhythmic beats of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. Man, I cannot talk tonight. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Did we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I don't think I want to know anything else, but we have to go on. I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. Wait a minute. That's already a contradiction in the statement. She came here to sell lunches, but the crime happened at 5:15 p.m. Why was she here? You know what? Fuck being scientific. Let's go back to talking to the cough up queen. Oh, I'm Cougher Kane after all. That was good, Irene, by the way. That was good. I keep staring at that. I'm like, am I gonna have to change my Discord name to that? God damn it. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell when someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Now that's a word I don't think I've ever said out loud, Trilobite. And never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See that security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. That's a valuable tip. What is going on? So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. The worse and more evil their lunches become. Kinda like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure case of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, Cough-Up Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Okay, so we need to get me out of here. Get me out of here away from... Hey, the Steel Samurai. Okay, so this is Lana's office. Why does... I don't get Lana's outfit still. Apollo, I know you mentioned it earlier, but the big shoulder pads, and why does she have, like, this, like... I mean, that doesn't... I literally think of that, and I think of, like, some, like, stage play thing with, like, that big, puffy... It's not a handkerchief that goes in the front right there, but you know what I mean. The cloth that hangs down over the chest. Cravats, thank you. Yes, that big, poofy cravat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get her dress. But she's got the Steel Samurai, so she can't be that bad. Alright. Hi, Prosecutor's Office. We're away from the Cough-Up Queen. Man. What is this case so far? Oh, he does. Okay. I didn't know that was a cravat. That is new things every day. Thank you, Irene. Alright. Incredible comment, Bears. Thank you. Actually. Alright. Hi, Persecutor's Office. We're away from the Cough-Up Queen. Now we can exist. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. What the... What? Thanks. Look. There's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? Oh, the king of prosecutors. It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Oh my god. Who is it? I'm just gonna say Phoenix Wright, and then we're gonna see. Oh my god, this is Miles' office. Is this Miles'? You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? I was literally like, that looks like Miles. Miles wears a cravat. You just said it to God. That voice. The cravat! Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Yeah. Wait. Oh, wait. He did go up to, the Steel Samurai. Oh, God. I forget his name. Oh, wait. No. His name's right here on my list. The Will Powers. He did go up to Will Powers and say he was a big fan of his work. I do remember that after that case. Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and... Step off, that's my boyfriend. Chill. Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Wait, that's Edgeworth's car! Fuck! God damn it. I'm putting everything together. He's the one who got the King of the Of course he got the King of the Prosecutors award. Of course he did. Of course he did. Even though we keep stopping him from being winning all of his cases. He couldn't even win the case against himself. Anyway, so it's his car that the dead body was found in, and he's the one who won the award. And, man, you're right, Apollo. Fuck. What am I even doing? Why'd we go no contact after the last case? Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No! It was just Mr. Right here, Hey, don't blame me! We're just here to investigate a murder case. Some cough. Guys. We just move on from the cough up queen like it never happened. Real stuck-up jerk. You haven't answered a call in 3 months. It caught me off guard, and then I coughed, and I'm like, that's what... Yeah, it's been a bit. I'm getting caught off guard. I got it. What a case. Man, what a case. It's only been an hour. Murder? A body was found in this nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What's of it? Wait, is this a new... That's a new... I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can't... That's new! It's... Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I wasn't expecting... Yeah, it's the DS case. Of course they added new things. Yeah. Smug ass bitch. I love him. Anyways, that would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. Okay. Okay, I gotta examine the room first before we actually talk about... Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. Wait, what's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing. Yowie. Yowie is back on the table, everybody. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay. Okay, what? I clicked on this. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. I don't know, man. Let him rock. You gotta let your boyfriend have fun, you know? Nick really is a judgy dude. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? Wait. Oh my god, it is Wendy Oldbag. I was like, wait a minute. I was looking on my notes. I just have Oldbag on there. Oh, that's funny. God, she never would cough up. Never ever. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? I don't think so. It absolutely has to be a chapter title. Okay, so let's look at his wardrobe on the wall. Wow, this jacket's even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't tell. I could not tell. I love Edgeworth. Of prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah. You got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. A king of prosecutors? Kind of like employee of the month, only better! Why can we still click on it? So that's the King of the Prosecutor shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Rogue. We keep stopping this dude. Alright, let me just look at the desk in general, I guess. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well, I can see my own reflection. Is this just a case of, hey, here's all the characters who aren't in this case, but Edgeworth is here because you guys need the good Yowie? I can't believe Gumshoe isn't here to help us out this time. You know what I keep thinking of? With the, like, Maya, Mia, Gumshoe. It's like when... It's like the high school sports anime where, like, the seniors graduate and they're gone, and you keep going, like, senpai watch down on me, and I just think of the tweet where it's like, your senpai's not looking down from the heavens, they're going through college courses right now. That's what I keep thinking of. Gumshoe's just in his college career. That'd be really good, honestly, if it had that. All right. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't? He'll sue you? Okay. All right. What do we... Oh, last thing. Bookshelf. Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Gumshoe. Yep. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh, Iaji. He honestly really is. Gumshoe's great. Alright. You're so right on that. Alright. So the body was found in your car? Stop pulling your weight into polycule. That's so true. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. But no, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean, wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky, it's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I fucking knew it! I can understand. Wait, what did you just say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor. The top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. Yes, Bears, we were talking exclusively about him while he was standing right there. He just didn't want to say anything. He's awkward. He's not good with women or stupid men, you know? Or I guess 11th graders and stupid men. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Not this music again! We solved the case! This case is already done! It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm responsible. I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? Oh, there's got to be a story behind that one. Should I I think it'd be dumb to show him the shield. Hey, you know that trophy over there that you already told me all about? Tell me about it. Chief Prosecutor Skye? Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife? What? Wait, huh? How did she steal your knife? Or how did the murderer steal your knife? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Guys, I need a moment. Quick little poll in the chat. Those of you who have cars, I'm doing a survey. How likely are you to have a knife in the toolbox of your car? Go. I want a 0% to 100%. You have one in yours? Okay, so it's not that crazy. All right. So, like, I don't have... like, I think the most I have in mine is, like... Screw... Do I have a knife in mine? Now I'm curious. Now I'm about to run. I would say that counts. There's a knife on a Swiss Army knife. It's in the name. It's just you also have a bunch of other doodads on it. Okay. But, okay. That makes sense then. I've never thought about a knife being a tool in the back of the car, but now that I start to think about it, there are, like, good situations of where you can need it for, like, repairs and whatnot, cutting things. Okay. We're back on board. A glove compartment Gurkha. Edgeworth's knife. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces the victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you did? I don't think he did. Are you sure you didn't do it? It was your car and your knife. Come on, you can't take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Rain. This dude is truly the worst of the polycool. Apollo was onto something with that one. Alright. Tell me about this knife in your car. It's against my... Oh. He doesn't like you very much, does he, Mr. Wright? Well, that's not so true. Don't talk yourself into actually accepting this bullshit. Damn, Bears. Nah, Bears, it can't be. It's only on the day of his award ceremony, and also in his car, and also his knife. It can't be him. Nah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Damn, we're actually getting good stuff with this. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney. A long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Okay, I guess we're going back to the parking lot. Nah, guys, I don't think he did it. We gotta find the murderer. I didn't have anything else to talk to him about, right? Could you take a look at this? You? Yes? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. Okay, I don't know anything about tea. I knew it! That's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Hey, does this look like the knife to you? Okay. Alright, well... Where am I going? Am I done in here, actually? I've talked to him. He won't talk to me. Is there anything else I need to examine in here? The couch! Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over this case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. Why is she writing fan fiction in his office while he's standing right there? I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheeks from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool? Alright. Alright, so I've seen everything. Oh, the window. Whoa! What a view! Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important? Incidentally, for you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... carry the 3 times 2, look at the 4.25. Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. What is this case, man? Alright, back to the detention center? No. Back to the law offices? What am I doing? I feel like I missed something. Oh, it won't let me... Okay. What? Oh. Say, duh. I was thinking like maybe I shouldn't show him this. I'm like, wait a minute. This is the only thing I didn't click on. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? Wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Never mind. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? Is this a new one too? Or am I getting mixed? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shoe. Okay, so I did need to talk to this one. Oops. Okay, I figured it out. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Oh, he's mad that I haven't visited him at his office before. Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What doesn't matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Oh, so now I have a thing. Okay, here we go. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12 p.m. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. Okay. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Who the fuck are you? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Skye? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Skye, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir! They told me to bring this to you! I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir! Give me your name. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Meekins, sir! Officer Meekins! This dude looks like a Meekins. Officer Meekins, sir! Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and go. And leave. Whoops, not go. Leave. Wrong word. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains, and good luck. Damn! Right! Damn, Nick. What a crazy sentence. Right. Yes, sir? He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Okay. And we're out. And we're leaving. February 22nd, police department entrance. Oh, it's the thing from the intro. Woo, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Oh, hi, Java. Java, you want to come here? Say hi. You want to speak to the microphone? No? Okay, bye. Bye, Java. The police department, huh? I've only been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? There's animation. Disturbing! Why does it undulate like that? It's so weird after playing the other four cases to see this one like move around. Like, this is like breaking my brain about how this game works. Like, I know this was made later on the DS, so they wanted to flex a little bit, but I just wanted to see how long the animation will go. Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Blue Badger? They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Oh, wait, what? Blowing into the microphone? That's crazy, actually. That's sick. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing over here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. You fold the DS halfway to show a reflection so you can solve the puzzle. That's crazy. Holy shit. That's so sick, actually. Bears. All right. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! Chief Prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days, pal. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Why? He hasn't answered the question. Why was he dancing? Why didn't they show Gumshoe dancing? I would have paid good money to see that. Me? Oh, well, nothing. Really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. What? They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. Julie! Hello! Hello! Thank you for the wait. You just turned in to see, to have us learning about Gumshoe learning how to Fortnite dance, as Apollo just said. This DLC case is something else. From the sheriff to the cough-up queen, it's been a wild ride. I mean, Gumshoe is kind of baby girl, let's be real. I think Lexi's right. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Alright, let's start here. Detective Gumshoe? What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah. I love... Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa! Now I remember! There's no one who does it like Detective Gumshoe. Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! Pal, that's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Alright. No, I don't want to investigate it right now. Well, maybe I do want to investigate it right now. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID, Yabadab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabadab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point, Tinky. I don't know why I said it like that, whatever. She doesn't know how to laugh now. Doesn't take much to amuse her. Alright, get me out of here. Alright. I want to show him the trophy. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself! Ah, congratulations! I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason! I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. You wanna look at a parking stub? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Well, wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Alright. Yay! Okay, more things to talk about. Gotta keep yapping. Alright, water down. So this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but... Word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there, to the parking lot. Lon is confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Yeah, of course. I played this case, I know. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal. I've always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal! Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Yeah, seriously. He needs to be more involved in Edgeworth's life. Also, give me 1 sec. I'm tired of standing. Ugh. Alright. Let's get repositioned. Alright, we're good. Alright, so... Oh, the desk is great. I love this one. So I got it from the company themselves, so that way I had the warranty and everything with them. And yeah, it's really good. Very sturdy, very happy with it. The only issue was I got it while Kelsey was gone, and I got it in one, like the top of it came in all one piece, and that's 72 inches long. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to get that upstairs. No, I could not do it on my own, and Kelsey was out of the country, so I had a friend come over and help me bring it upstairs and put it together. So, I'm a very big fan of standing desks now. Okay, alright, I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece! Wait. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Or Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. Blue Badger panel added to the core. I can't believe the Blue Badger is about to be a pivotal piece of evidence in this case. That's insane. What is this case? What are we doing here? And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know? Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? He already told us he can't be on it. We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. Thumbs up, game. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. It's so good. I can't lie, it's so good. West LA, you got me. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. So, have a good night, y'all. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction added to the court record. What is crossed off on there? Gumshoe? I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody will look at you twice, pal. Is that Columbo? Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. I was wondering about that. What? Dancing Blue Badger? Is this the same thing? Oh, okay. Get me out of here. Okay. Okay. Just wasn't crossed off. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Alright. What's this? The usual wanted poster. Oh, okay. Hanging up here on the bulletin board. Do you know this face? If you do, call 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in those posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Alright, time to go. Pull out your guitar, it's time to see Marshall again. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry. Looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dream. Wait, this is a completely new dude. Is it? I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Who is... No, wait, no, it's her. Okay. Oh, still here? Uh-oh. Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. Oh, what happened to the security guard? What's going on? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost his herd. Jake Marshall. I can't get over this animation. And he has his own theme music. It's crazy. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. Oh. What is this dude's problem? He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. I guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me, Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny, let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumbled and discarded. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Gumshoe was Detective Goodman, not Detective Gumshoe. Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Goodman's autopsy report. Death, loss of blood, one knife wound, death within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Sorry, I'm thinking of how this all goes together. So, timeline. He doesn't die immediately. He gets stabbed. He starts bleeding out. And then Edgeworth gets back, parks his car, goes upstairs, and then in that 3-minute period after, Miss Angel Starr saw him get stabbed in the car? But he died at 5:15. That does mean he was stabbed at 5:15. That was the part I misunderstood. How is that going together? I don't quite know yet, but I'm getting there. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why I didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I can't get over this dude. Every time I'm like, cool, he's part of the setting. I get it. I just... What a dude. This dude's sick. I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You call me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Well, it's a good thing we're in California, not Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Wait, what? Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. I think you're doing a bad job at it. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe, kicked out of the investigation? Okay, let's start examining. Let's start with this phone. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah. Right. Let's check it out. With the worst controls known to man. Oh my god, split keyboard. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. For some reason my brain... no! Help. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Oh. Okay, so I need... It's stuck. Help. No. Why is it stuck over there? All right, okay. I want to check it out again. This is... All right. I'm not gonna move my mouse at all. Yeah, that's what I want to click on right there. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Rat? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about, like, redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever. Let's check this phone out. Yellow, I see yellow. There we go. Called you Unk. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. Is this the Iron Samurai theme? Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Beep. Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone there, didn't you? Well, yeah? Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of them newfangled ringtunes. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you in that for in Texas, partner. What is this, dude? They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Is taking me out. Uh-oh, I've incited the right for the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone, last call was made at 5:18. Okay. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it out in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Yeah, from West LA's. From West LA. Oh, this game is too good. The localization on this is like so good. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. At a luxury car, it just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's this? Looks like some sort of note. 675-12-2. Question. And I think I know the answer to this, but I know I mix myself. A lot of other countries, they always do their dates in the opposite of ours, right? Because we always do month and then day. But a lot of other places do like day and then month, right? 675 on... Okay. I was just wondering, because I was wondering if like the 12-2 was like the 2nd of February, because we are in February now. Because it's the start, like the new year came and gone. Look, something's written on it. 675-12-2. You're right. Let's see. Oh, S. 67S-12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. B block is through there, that's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you a little creepy? Just don't think about it deeply and you'll be fine. Alright. I think I've gotten everything I can get from here. What? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose? Aha, the theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? For some reason I thought this was a door, but I think it was just... I'm going crazy. I was too focused on this. All right, there's stepladder, phone busted. Where do I want to go? Oh, he's still here. I see. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Manfred von Karma. Thank you for the follow. Hello. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prosecutor's office. Why does he have a flask? This flask is full of, like, apple juice or something, right? We're on agreement. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. I said this sentence and I had to look at it again. Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. Crazy quote. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Didn't they target him because he was closest? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lena is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I knew it! That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18 just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Ooh, buddy. Correct. This isn't Trails. I'm caught up on Trails. Why play Trails when there's Trials? Think about it. Trials and the boo. Boo, that was pretty good. Boo. All right. We're back again. Back in court. I'll probably do this court day and then call it there. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their clients. Huh? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Yeah, seriously, she's dressed like a general or something. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. You know what, Lazy? Sure. He's a man, so you can time him out. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Lana is cosplaying Osborn. Don't talk to me about Osborn. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I don't recognize that name. I am sure there's a reason for that. We keep on moving. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. You look like Norman Osborn's son. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye's committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. Apollo! Not the wink! He's not your boyfriend during the trial. So true. Suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. You know, we can stop with that. We don't have to go any further with that one. It's cool to stop. We're done. We're through. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprints lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up! Very well. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Oh! I know who you are! Cough up? Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Bro. Her outfit is something. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the end of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spots, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans, okay. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? I can't get over the fact that we have to treat Cough Up Queen as a serious name in this discussion. What the fuck? Somehow, I always knew a day would come like this. Like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Whoa, that's intense. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy end of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. Oh, brother. Let me save. Hold it. By garish car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you sure was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can, even if we don't have any proof. We can always nitpick. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. It needs something more than it needs something more substantial than that. I'm so stressed I can't even talk. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her? Okay. Let's review the evidence. Autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. See, like, that's the thing. And that's obviously where the thread of this is going, is that the victim was stabbed an hour and a half before Angel Star saw them. So that means that there is something else going on here. I just don't know what that connecting thread is yet. But I have to keep in mind, he was stabbed at 4 and he died at 5:15-ish. And that's 5:15-ish is when Angel saw the quote-unquote stabbing. Hold it. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the locations of a man's vital or... Huh? Excuse me? That's crazy. Look, I'm thinking about the Blue Badger. Now's not the time. The Blue Badger will save us in this court case on another day. I don't think it's on day one. Also true. Also true. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad, Surprise said. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? My sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? Don't smile like that. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Why did you bow? Why did you bow? Given that they are used to erasing inconvenience evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. You sensed something? You're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. What are we doing here? Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend. The security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Okay, I've pressed everything. But that last bit was... Oh, what's the thing? Okay, so she was delivering lunches to her boyfriend at the time, which means she did not see it through the wire fence. I think that that's what that means. So, in that case, what I think this probably means is that I have to use this evidence How am I gonna get her to confess this? Did I press this one? Okay. Oh. I messed up a little bit. I skipped over some stuff, but it looks like we're finally getting to it. Whoopsies! I thought it was the same thing as before, but okay, never mind. Witness. I'm sorry, I missed one line, and I think we see a spot to press on her, and Emma was like, get her. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo out of the court record. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Oh, okay, so pressing works differently now. It's still the same, but I should have been going in order. So that means this one will also be different. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Okay, 4 inches long. Your knife. In person. I think that photograph contradicts this statement. I'm going to press on this. See if anything's new. Okay. The moment of the crime contradicts this statement. I'm presenting. Section. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Ahem. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Objection. Objection, Your Honor. Objection. I object. I object. I turn down what he says. Objection. Objection, Your Honor. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's still a black and white photograph. Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem. Except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take this kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection. Premeditated? How did you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Whoa! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Hold it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one could make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Okay, now we saw this. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. She can prove this claim. The trial's already over. Gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. Okay. My sister guilty. Just keep our cool and spurs to witness a bit. Having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Sorry, I'm thinking about this parking stub. I'm also thinking about the autopsy. Thinking a lot of things, I just don't know how they connect yet. So, how to prove it was not premeditated. So, I think showing this would be premeditated would mean that I don't know. Alright, let me think about this. So the pieces of evidence that call out most to me right here for the rubber gloves prove it are what to do. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work out that way because the dates are different. Oh, they did do that. Okay, never mind. My own theory about the date is wrong. Probably. I'll think about that. Premeditated. So I have to prove that it wasn't premeditated. That just takes me to that. And I'm at a point where I can start losing lives. The blue badger's not it. So, how could it be premeditated when she didn't have the weapon ahead of time? So I'm thinking it's either I do knife and then ticket, or I do ticket and then knife. And I think I have to do the knife first. is the knife was in Edgeworth's toolbox. I think that's how it makes sense to me, is that I have to do the knife. The rubber gloves prove it. Because he got back like 3 minutes before Star Cough Up Queen saw it. Oh, brother. How do I want to do this? The murder was planned. Yeah, I think it's definitely these two. I just don't know which one. Why? Let me rotate this in my mind for a moment. Oh, wait. Is that how I move it? God damn it. All right. Must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's with Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyways? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. You kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Okay, so now I know. Okay, so now I can actually do this because I know how these move around in the worst way possible. Okay, so maybe there's something on the ticket. Oh. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple of extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. Just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. The fuck? Okay. 4 and 5, cause of death, loss of blood, chest wound, caused by 4.5-inch knife. Okay. Sorry, this is just gonna take me a minute as I try to just double check to see if there's something I'm missing. What is that? Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. And she says that his name does kind of have a ring to it. Oh, shit. No, go down. There we go. No? This is so weird. DS games are crazy. Okay, I think that's all I can get off of this one. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. Ah, shit, the music didn't change. This evidence clearly, nope. Oh, fuck. Okay, there's one. So I said it had to be ticket, or it had to be knife before ticket or ticket before knife. I'm gonna show off the knife. There it is, okay. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Oh, man, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Ugh. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Oh, she dropped the lunches. Order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Okay, sorry, we're back in it, everybody. I just need to think through it. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Ooh, chugging water to keep my voice up. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditated, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, you know what? She makes a good-ass point. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I gotta say it again. Yippee! Cross-examination. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. Tell me your proof. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again, rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, all right, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense, witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm just going down the line now. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now. What's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? What is this game? A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Objection. Please. What? Why'd my game close? Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's sigh smells like citrus fruit. You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say, chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people! Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have any objection, you know. Miss Stars turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Life is like a box of chocolates and you're a genius. You say it's like a lunchbox with pretzels and you're crazy. It is! Okay, I think I know the evidence. I didn't mean to go that far. Alright. A single stab wound was found. A single stab wound was found. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. That's what I was gonna show. He's a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looks like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Red muffler? What? A red... I was thinking a muffler was a scarf too. She doesn't have a scarf. Thank you, Kevatog. You saved me saying out loud what I was thinking. Whoops, I'm really good at this streaming thing. Alright, objection. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. Objection. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Truth is giving all the credit to disprove his own witness. This is a crazy case. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, Cough-Up Queen. Resistance is futile. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to be bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. I like Emma. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. You ever just say something and then think about how you put it on the internet? Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder suspect. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. What a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? I'm pressing. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you? I went over it, of course. Amazing. The cough-up queen, lunch lady athlete, indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Miss Guy not get away? She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed against my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté of foie gras. I think I said that right. I don't remember. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's strange? She wanted to escape. Why didn't she run the other way? Oh! The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. Did this guy try to run? I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay. So obviously... Maybe not obviously. She went on the other side of the wall to the phone. She started to call... Emma. But then she realized she was calling from her phone, so she quickly hung up. And then she went to go to the other phone and call that. But that phone was dead. Okay. I'm slowly figuring some ideas out. I don't think I need to press on those. I think those are just bait. Against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Okay, so it has to be this one, and it has to be the actual floor plans. Let me press on this one again. I want to see these details again. Because I'm pretty sure it's just this is the evidence that I have to present. What is the best evidence to prove that Edgeworth is going to be the one to disprove her testimony? I think it does have to be the floor lot plans. The phone's not here. The code's not here. The blue badger is not a badger. The parking stub doesn't make sense. The knife we've already used. The trophy's not applicable yet. So it has to be the floor lot plans. It's not the floor lot plans. Ugh, fuck. Okay. Heck. Man. Okay. So I'm 0 for 2. I'm 1 for 3. Yeah, I'm not 1 for 3. I'm 2 for 4. This one is hard. Because this is another thing of like, I see the lines, but I'm not sure where to begin them yet. I'm gonna go ahead and just save my spot in this current trial. Just in case things get worse. Whatever. I'm just gonna hold it on these. You mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard was her say the word muffler. Just that one word? So, you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. I should have pressed on these. Fuck. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't seem, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? Oh, man, I really should have pressed on these. I thought they were worthless. My bad. That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall that was dead. Apparently, it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Oh, so I had the order wrong. Okay. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Muffler. Okay. Okay, let's press on this a little more. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Man, I messed up. I just gave away free health. Man, pressing on these ones is what I needed to do. That sucks. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. When she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? And you saw her doing this. You saw her doing this. I'm going to press on this one again. Because there's new information. She made to escape. Brushed against my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like Dal Balar and pate of foie gras. Okay. You saw it all. Oh, buddy. Okay, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. I just don't know the last piece I need. You saw it all. You saw it all. You saw it all. Bright has figured it out, but unfortunately, I, Dane, have not figured it out. I'm close, though, but I just don't get this missing piece. You saw it all. I'm gonna redo this one. There's a thing I'm missing. It could be emergency line. Hop the fence, quote unquote. Climbed over chain link fence and boldly grabbed her arm. The prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing all this? Oh, I get the contradiction. I get the contradiction. I get the contradiction. Because... oh, this is what I need to use the floor plans on. All right, thought process here. You can't see that she's on the telephone over here if you're over here taking a photo. You can't see that she tried to go on the phone, which means, as she stated earlier, she was visiting her boyfriend in the security room, but that doesn't tell me how. I'm thinking. I think it has to be the map still. I think it has to be this map. I'm gonna save my thing again. Not to reload if I mess it up, but just to have like a back path. Objection. Yep. Okay, cool. I was overthinking it. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. Objection. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? I love that she drops the lunch. Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Objection. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Okay. She lied about where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would have been pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. Objection. A different location? Now, there's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Objection. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Damn, that's bars. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard up and down points in one direction. The place from where the witness witnessed this crime was here. The security room. She was visiting her boyfriend. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed. The security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Star. It is I who have been coughed up. Order, witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should have known better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't just strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard office station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. Objection. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. Perjury? Perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime at the security guard station, but she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Because she couldn't see the car. Why? The angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, that's not it. Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, because that wall's not big enough. I'm stupid. I got giddy. Hypixel. I would prefer not to be on one bar for the rest of this case. I'm pretty sure it has to be the distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. Objection. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but look at the floor plan and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. Objection! What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You? Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. The spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? That means I have something. I'm farther into case now, so I'll save for when I inevitably fuck up. Objection. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. What are we doing here? I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. That's... looking to the judge who has only hated you in all these cases and saying you have the instincts of a killer is insane work. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah. I don't hear the music, though. Well, then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. She is truly the one coughing up now. And with that, court is adjourned. Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her Trix lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Oh my god, please stop! Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. Is she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. She's like, last one, the judge is just like, you know what, I'm gonna eat while you do this, that's fine, keep going. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. But she cut herself. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Oh my god. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence. At least, for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Yeah, seriously. Every other piece of evidence we've randomly brought up in court is fine, but this one is the issue. Hi, Java. Welcome back. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. We could at least study some evidence law. Really? Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Yeah, why do we only care about this rule for the one time? And the last one. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene, and now the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring that up? Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot, known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. You did not bring this up, and you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department, and I stole her shoe. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In case you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One was, of course, the victims. I'm just going to go down the list. These are fun. So you brought up for the forensic department? Also, my voice is dying. Help. I thought she didn't get a one more. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, that man was stabbed after all. That blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means we can't more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so, right, here. That's pretty specific. Had a little more time, would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Alana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There's a problem! If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Fuck, dude. Don't make me do this. God damn it. Fuck. Navigating this okay. What is the problem? What is the problem? It's the fact that there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. If she really stabbed him, there would not be blood on the bottom of the shoe. I did it. I've solved it. I hope. Take that. I wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of the shoe? Oh, buddy, and I can't save. Oh. Fuck, dude, I only got 2 chances. Okay. Muffler. So I have to remember muffler for later. I think it's the photo. I think that's the only contradiction I have left. Is that if she stabbed him and put him in there, all the blood would be on top of the shoe. That's the issue, is that all the blood would be on the top of the shoe if she stabbed him. Fuck. Okay. My gut has been right a partial amount of the time. And I think that's the only piece of evidence that makes sense. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Oh-ho! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. Objection. This picture only shows parts of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Objection. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Wright. Think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. I see. Now I get it. It what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There was one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard whooping. Rawr. Why do I keep doing that? I thought it was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. What? That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star's on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds defendant Miss Lana Sky. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, the cough-up queen, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox? A lunchbox called evidence? Oh my god, what is going on? Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else? Objection. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this! I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. What the fuck? Why would you show this? You just ruined your entire... You're so stupid. Why would she have that? That just goes against everything she had shown so far. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene is washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. You know I couldn't win this case from the beginning, and it seems that this is what your sister wanted anyway. No. I'm sorry, Mia. No, you idiot. You recognize it now. Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection! Your Honor, wait.
What is with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't! Then it will be too late! Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So right.
Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Oh, buddy. Okay, there's no health bar, so it has to be this. Take that! The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this?
There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in that photograph.
A muffler is also a part of a car, or a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Alma would be all over this. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see! What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Objection! It's everything. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Dun, da, da, da. The cell phone. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Oh my god, my voice is dying. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Yarr. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, oh, the lunch.
Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so.
Whew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? Oh my god, thank god. To be continued. Oh. Please let me save. All right. I cannot go on any longer. My voice is shot. Oh man, this is a long case. Oh my god. The fact that we have to be continued day 2 of the trial is crazy. Holy shit. Whew. We're doing it. We're getting there, gang. We're solving court cases. All right. That is absolutely going to be all for me tonight. I am getting out of here. Thank you all for watching. This was a blast as always. I'm gonna maybe try to go tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how my voice is doing tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be fine, but seeing as I have no TXT, I'm probably down for it. So let me see. Do I know anybody streaming? Anybody streaming Xrd? No. I don't know how long. I'm just gonna call it here. Fuck it. Everybody, please go have a good night. Peace out, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow for the second half of this trial day. What the